Welcome back to the Comic Book Savant YouTube channel. I'm your host, James Harris. In this episode, we're going to be doing a review of the third and final season of Jessica Jones on Netflix. Now, before we get into this review, I'm going to link a card up top that will put you to a playlist that has all the reviews, all the previous reviews I've done on the YouTube channel of the Marvel Netflix series. I've made a habit to pretty much review them all since the time I've started the YouTube channel. So I'll have that card linked up top for you guys right here. So look for that. I'm sad to see these shows go. I have to say, this is the final nail in the coffin, so to speak. All the shows at this point, we know they've broken off from Disney, Marvel. All the shows have been canceled at this point. So Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, The Defenders, Punisher, all gone. This was the last one to kind of premiere. There was no real hoopla or big advertisements about it. It's taken me a while to even get around to it because I just totally forgot about it, because they used to be such big events when the different seasons would drop, and just after they put that line in the sand, they know Disney Plus was coming, and that's going to be a whole big thing on the horizon. And we've had tons of announcements of new shows coming. But they just severed ties and canceled all these shows, which is, like I said, it's really sad to see that this is the final show. And this is one of the shows I connected the most with. I really liked a lot of things they did on the show. I have to put this disclaimer here right at the beginning. This is not a show for family-friendly shows. It is not for everyone. This is a very adult. I will say this about most of the Netflix shows. They're more adult nature, mature nature, kind of rated R level materials. This one is not for the kiddies. So definitely, if you haven't watched them, this is not when you want to sit down with any little kids to watch. This is like for the grown-ups and maybe some select few teenagers that you would have that you're comfortable with watching the content. This has continued to be a very groundbreaking series from beginning to end, as far as being one of the first shows to have all female directors on the season, dealing with the LGBT issues. They also had a transgender actor portray a role in this season, they were phenomenal, and it wasn't an issue. But they've been doing a lot of things like that that's been really groundbreaking as far as the forefront of women equality and women's rights. That I just really dig. I guess it reflects back on me of being a product of a single mother, single parent home where my mother was a primary caregiver for most of my life. That seeing anything like that is just always positive and uplifting, because I lived it firsthand and a product of that. So it always hits a sweet spot for me, and just is a thing that I guess I gravitate towards. Christian Ritter has been a revelation as Jessica Jones. When the series first started, I didn't know was she going to be the best actress to really portray the character from what I knew of the character in comics. She is totally evolved and totally exceeded any expectations or misgivings I had in the beginning, and I just can't see anyone else playing the role or playing it as well as she has. I feel like out of the 3 seasons, I really enjoyed them all, and they've dealt with highlighted different things. I feel like this was the best season of the 3 for me. I feel like the writing was the best, the character arcs, just how the overall season played out was just my favorite out of the 3. And again, I like all 3 seasons, but for different reasons. But this was the most, I think, pleasant to watch from beginning to end. And it's one that I feel like I would rewatch this season again and again, maybe before I would watch some of the other seasons on the show. I do want to speak about some of the great performances. Along with Christian Ritter, you can't forget about Rachel Taylor. She did an amazing job in this season as well. Again, this is the non-spoiler review. So I would have to say, all in all, this is definitely worth watching. I would say it's a must-watch for me. I gave it a 9.25 out of 10. So it's definitely thumbs up in my book. Again, if you haven't watched the previous seasons, you don't have to binge them because they're all out now. Take your time, go through it. The first season is going to probably be the hardest one to get through, just because of the subject matter that it's dealing with is really, really mature. It deals with a lot of PTSD and trauma. And so that's the toughest season to get through. Second season's a little bit better, but like I said, you can take your time and go through it, but it's definitely worth to watch the whole series at this point, just to see the evolution of the characters and the world they built there, and to see how it all concludes. Again, I'm really sad seeing these Marvel Netflix shows go. I enjoyed them for what they were. I think it's going to be a few years before Marvel can even reintroduce these characters in any shape, form, or fashion. My fingers are crossed deep down that hopefully we can see Christian Ritter back as this character in a few years if she's not doing something else, that they bring her back, because she did such a fabulous job, and I want to see more of her as this character at some point. Maybe wishful thinking on my part, I'm not sure, but those are my thoughts on Jessica Jones season 3. Definitely worth a watch if you haven't watched it already. Let me know down below, have you watched any of the previous seasons of Jessica Jones? Are you going to check this one out? If you have, let me know what you thought about it down below. I really like to hear from you guys. I will be doing similar reviews that I did with the Marvel Netflix shows for the Disney Plus shows as they start rolling out next year. We still have a little bit of time before those come, but I will be reviewing them here. So let me know, is it any particular Disney Plus show when it comes out that you would like to see me review here? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you haven't, make sure you smash the like button. Also, hit subscribe if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell notification that you're alerted when new content drops on the channel, because if you don't do that, you might not be notified and you might miss out on content. So make sure you hit the bell notification. As always, I'm your host, James Harris. This is the Comic Book Savant YouTube channel. Until next time, you guys stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.